What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Mr. Cthulhu. And to my left, we have the young prodigy, the main man himself, Shadow Tiger 43, the god, the myth, the man of the hour. How you been, my guy?
I've been pretty good, just hanging out in the ether and decided to finally show my presence to those of you out there.
In the ether, all right. And to my right, we have the one and only. Oh, I'm gonna let you do it. You got it.
So he gets the introduction, but I don't get it.
You rocking the full house shirt. Right. I'm not worthy of introducing someone this legendary.
You're right. This is subtle. Yeah, I mean, I just had to show up, give the internet words about fraudulent things.
Words about fraudulent things, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that going around these days.
Tell me more. Enlighten me on some of the fraudulence.
So I read an article on Kotaku.
See, that was your first mistake. You read an article on Kotaku. That right there tells me you're going downhill. How many did you read?
I read 2.
You went too deep. That's what you did.
I mean, he's not foaming at the mouth, so it obviously couldn't be more than a couple.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't read a whole page. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I'd be catatonic right now. There's this lovely article. Well, first, the article of why pro gaming women are not pro, or why esports women are not pro right now.
So we're saying, why are there not more women in the professional esports realm?
Not even that. It was more focused on why there aren't a lot of women who are in the upper echelon or, high level or top players and whatnot.
I mean, honestly, if we're going to go by the budget here, that's kind of a numbers thing at this point. If we're talking about why they're not, so prominently seen. I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there who have gone as far as saying the NBA is racist because, let's face it, more fouls are called on black people than the white players.
Whoa.
That's math. There's just more black people on the court. Therefore, obviously, it is going to look that way. That is a real article that was published somewhere. I'm not going to say where because we don't give those people clicks. But alas.
Well, you know what? I think Ron Artest's actions were justifiable.
Ron Artest did nothing wrong. You about to give me that speech right there?
Give him the hand.
That man changed his name to Meta World Peace. If he doesn't get the fuck.
So the article, it focuses a lot on the Smash community and but in general, it's talking about women in esports who are not pro because of all the harassment that they get from men when they go to tournaments and play in tournaments and stuff. And there are a lot of people on Twitter who are going off about it. I saw a tweet from a Smash player by the name of Kiwi who, she's been playing since Brawl, maybe even longer than that, but I've only heard of her since Brawl. But she always posts a lot of very well thought out things related to the topic, and she posted basically. To summarize, she was posting the point of women are not top players because they just need to put in the effort if they want to be top players. They have to have the motivation. There aren't a lot of women who have that kind of motivation because, for whatever reason, they, give up halfway through. And some people came with counterpoints. I know someone shared a few tweets that a guy made about how him and his wife would play games together a lot. I forgot which games they were playing together. I think Borderlands. Fighting games. Fighting games. but yeah, they play a lot of fighting games together, and his wife was very good at them. And so they went out to their first tournament, and I believe it was Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5. But it was Street Fighter and also Marvel. Yeah, it was Street Fighter 4 and Marvel. She also entered Marvel 3. And when she was playing in Street Fighter, she was doing really well because she was really good at the game. She sat down, I think, for her first match, and this dude sat down with a bunch of his goons next to him, and they were talking shit, and he was just yo, watch me light up this girl real quick, guys, watch me light her up. And then she bodied him. And so of course his goons are giving him shit. Oh, you got beat by a girl, you trash, bro, you trash. And So she got really upset by that whole experience because of how the dude reacted, his friends reacted, how people were reacting to the whole thing. Because from the jump when they saw her in there, they're like, oh shit, it's a girl, guys. Oh my god, what's that girl gonna do? She probably sucked. She probably can't play games. She probably just here with her boyfriend. And so the boyfriend was, or the husband, was explaining about how after her experience, she just got like really overwhelmed. And so she actually DQ'd herself. Even though she was like doing well in the tournament, she DQ'd herself and was just like, I don't want to like deal with that whole thing. And I saw that Kiwi's response was like, that's really disheartening to hear. And, like my heart goes out to her, and I understand her being overwhelmed because that does happen. But still, if she wants to be a top player, she would have to like put in the effort to, I guess, deal with situations like that and also work towards, like being better at the game and like being the best at the game. Because at the end of the day, everyone's going to get some form of harassment. And yes,
anybody who's watched my streams, goddamn well that's true. Got people coming at me saying, yo, you fuck ass motherfucker, you out here playing Bane and shit because you ain't got no fundamentals, you ain't got no footsies. Where the fuck is the neutral? Meanwhile, this motherfucker's out here playing Deadshot, but we're not going to talk about that. But he's out here just yelling at me all visceral. He's calling me a whole bunch of names, whole bunch of nonsense. You've seen this when we play Overwatch. It don't matter if you male, female, somewhere in between, black, white, Christian. If you identify as a fucking door, doesn't fucking matter. Everybody out there is trying to treat you like a goddamn doormat.
Well, I heard that there's this company that came out with a solution to that.
If you're talking about some goddamn bully hunters, I'm gonna need you to take your friend Shadow Tiger and get the fuck up out of there. There's the door. You can choose which door you want to leave out of today.
Hey, all man, right? They send somebody in the game.
Oh, don't look at me like that.
I will damn well look at you however you are damn well.
I don't believe that. You fucking...
So at the end of the day, the article, like, it's just another one of those, like, gotcha articles where they're just like, yeah, women in the FGC and in esports in general are getting abused by men. They're getting harassed by men because they're women. The men can't control themselves. And yes, I've been to a lot of tournaments and I know that there are.
I've been to a lot of conventions and we know.
The conventions are totally different story.
Oh, no. They have tournaments at these conventions and we know.
Look.
We know.
We're focused on tournaments here. Esports tournaments. Tournaments in general. Like, yes, of course, with any community, you're going to have, men who can't control themselves around women.
Incels.
Anyways, you're going to have men who can't control themselves around women who can't, like...
Shoobies.
Who can't take showers. Shoobies! That's right. Shoobies. Who can't take showers. Can't... They don't care about themselves or their hygiene.
Their hygiene is as bad as they fucking neutral.
So, of course, they don't care about the people around them and stuff. So, you're going to have those situations. And, yeah, it's awful. And it sucks that, it happens and people should do more should try to do more to like avoid that, but it can't be avoided from everyone because the problem is that, there are too many people out there who you can't control other people's lives like that. And that's the problem.
But you damn sure can police the fuck out of them when they step out of line.
Of course.
Which people have been doing more of lately.
Of course, yeah. And that's really what should be done. Like people should like look out for, you see a situation of some dude like giving some woman shit because she's a woman because somehow in 2018 there's still like misogynist dudes out there who are just like, that's right, women don't fucking play games, get out of here.
No, but my personal favorite is the shit that I've been seeing a lot on Twitter now. There'll be a girl who will just be like, hey guys, I'm just looking for a couple of tips. And then some dude will just come out of nowhere and be like, actually, I was watching you play in this other unrelated game on stream and in the neutral, you really need to do this right here. And it's like, we were, first off, we weren't even talking about that. Two, you're wrong. It's funny when these people come out the woodwork and tell somebody how to play a game and they be wrong though. Your combos are not optimal because they're not doing enough damage. Like, yeah, but I get this cross-up OTG setup that actually scoops up off the ground and I can just take their whole health bar. No, you can't do that because I don't do that. Well, that's why you go 0-2 in tournaments, sir. You harassing me now.
The whole problem with stuff like that is, it's not bad for any player to want advice from somebody else. But at the end of the day, like female players are going to get a lot more attention because they're a rarity right now.
A commodity, as some would say.
This actually reminds me of a tweet I saw a while ago of like well-known. I don't remember who she was, but it was like a well-known like woman in like gaming in general who like posted something basically saying you should bring out your female friends to tournaments. If you know women who like games, you should bring them out to tournaments so that there are more women at the tournaments. And that'll make women more comfortable and make women come out to the tournaments. And it's like, if you actually go to the tournaments, that's not an easy feat because there are a lot of vultures at these tournaments that like see a woman go, a girl? Oh shit. And then they like come over and like swarm around them or just like, what did she play? What did she do? Hey, excuse me, can I touch you?
If the desperation doesn't get you, the body odor will.
Yeah, big facts. You can drown out there. We ain't just talking about drowning in pools.
That goes to the other article, which this topic is getting like too.
Oh, before you move on to that, do you remember, what was it, MomoCon? No, it was AWA 2.5 or it was 2-3 years ago. Anyway, we were playing MKX. And that one girl sat down. And that girl was 15. And a whole bunch of dudes just came over there like, oh, this is how you do this. They just all touching on it. I'm just sitting here like, who the fuck are you people? What are you doing right now? And then like they're going on. And then her brother came in. He's like, oh yeah, you ready to celebrate your 15th birthday? And all dudes like, I was just like, y'all did that to yourselves. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought y'all was doing. Y'all out here thought, if I teach her how to play Mortal Kombat, she might touch my penis. These are thoughts of people out there in the streets. Need some fucking help.
Yeah, it's hard to prevent situations like that when you have like dudes who just keep that, on the low until they get that moment where it's like, oh, excuse me, miss, how's it going? And that's a general like issue with society though. Like that's a general public issue. Like it's not just centered on like games or tournaments or anything like that. So people are still trying to deal with situations like that. But
parenting ain't what it used to be.
No, that's damn sure. Now you goddamn have a legal attorney just to have a fucking conversation with your kids.
Well,
back then, if I got out of place, boy, you ain't seen me for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, prosecutor with a belt.
Yeah.
And that's if you were lucky.
Or
judge
switch.
And jury. That's ridiculous. But yeah.
Sometimes you got to pretend that you sleep in the bed to hope you get out of it. But y'all gonna talk about it in the morning.
That always makes you think of those memes of like where it's got a picture of like Michael Myers and it's like, well, what are you gonna? What's your mom gonna do if this dude shows up in your house? She gonna be like, well, what bills did he pay to be stopping up in my house like this? And it's like, oh well.
It's all over for him.
That's a 10-0 matchup. Michael Myers gets bodied by your mom.
Yeah, she already practiced on you.
I was the lab, bro. I was training mode. But ain't gonna let no stranger come in our goddamn house with this shit.
As far as tournaments go, all these like outside looking in like articles of like female journalists or like, people from like Kotaku and all this source that has nothing to do with gaming and, stuff like that going, gaming tournaments are a cesspool for all kinds of
social degeneracy.
Yeah, horrible activity and they smell bad and women should not be there.
Yo, some of these articles are one step above. If you go to an FGC event, you will get raped.
Well,
we are touching them borders sometimes with some of the shit these people are writing sometimes.
That's a pushy subject right there. But, it's not. It's hard to say. Oh, it's not that extreme. Like there are situations
where there are some fuck shit people.
Yeah,
who will go to the 11th degree to do some unnecessary, unflattering things.
But it's not the overarching like.
But it's not like. The way they portray it sometimes in the article is just like, if you're around 100 FGC players, 63 of them are on the prowl.
And it's not that they're not, female players out there, female players who go to their like local tournaments and stuff like that. There are a lot of them out there. Actually, I think when Kotaku posted the tweet of the article, Supergirl Kells, known Smash 4 player, she commented on it and said something about something referencing like giving them a comment towards that subject, and how she's like proof that they're pretty wrong, that it's not impossible for a woman to be like a top player in a game that they want. It's just like a little more difficult as far as the dealing with the harassment goes. But it's not awful. It's not like every single person involved is super awful. It's not these weird horror stories that, you know, Kotaku is trying to like paint for people who are outside looking in who, you know, might be interested. It's just like pushing away people who might be interested in like playing a game that they like for an attempt at earning some sort of reward in the tournament. So
they don't know what they're talking about. They know they don't know what they're talking about, but it makes
some of the people who that read their stuff don't know that they don't know what they're talking about.
It's surprising the amount of people who don't know that kind of stuff, but yeah, there are a lot of people who don't know that you know, Kotaku and like the people who write those articles don't know what they're talking about, or they're just trying to make it like a gotcha article to get like clicks so that they can make money off of it, or even though they do know that that's not the case, they're just like, well, I mean, if I'm getting the bag off of this, I'm still gonna put it out there, which is what the second article was funny about. Like, it's an article about Smash Kids smelling bad, you know, being like having horrible hygiene and whatnot. And I saw Hungrybox put a tweet out about it where he said that someone approached him to make a comment on that article, and he, of course, like, you know, like brushed them off, was, you know, told them he's not.
I'm not falling for the Kotaku trap.
Yeah, you know, he gave him the good old, don't talk to me, don't talk to my king, don't talk to God. Like, he just didn't want anything to do with it because it's toxic. Like, but articles like that are really toxic. Like, even though, yes, there are a good bit of smelly people at tournaments. Like,
that's anywhere we have a large collective of people.
Yeah, that's not. It's not every single Smash player smells like.
Bro, I can't even go to my local movie theater to watch anything Marvel related without just expecting ass cheeks to just open up and just hit me in the fucking face. It's awful. I don't know if you smelled it when we went to go see Infinity War, but my God, help! Call a preacher. Somebody need to get baptized in some soap and water. It's a combination, people. Make sure that you write that down. You need both. Both. Don't just rub a fucking dry ass bar on yourself and think you're getting clean. It's not how this fucking works.
You're very passionate about the subject.
I am, because I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired, okay? I'm tired of going to MomoCon, DragonCon, Anime Expo, Anime Weekend Atlanta. I'm tired of going to Otakon and somehow going across the nation, coast to coast, from north to the south, from the east to the west. If I even leave the country and decide to go to Anime North to Canada, somehow, some way, someone's going to be like, hey, how you doing there, Mr. Cthulhu? I'm like, my God, your eyebrows are just completely just annoying the fuck out of my face because I can see the crust welding here. Yeah. I can see the dandruff. I can see when you open your mouth, you are just making my eyebrows just completely just fucking erase away as my soul leaves my body. As Shang Tsung says, your soul is mine. And he just rips it from my body and my body goes limp, and you still continue to talk to me like I give two fucks about what the fuck you're saying to me with your smelly ass that needs to be washed. Not yesterday, not 2 days ago, not last week, but right now, an hour from now, 2 hours from now. Continuous washes, multiple washes per day. I need fucking help. I'm sorry, you were saying.
So, Odie, how do you feel about this article about smelly Smash players and, you know, all the other Kotaku articles that are poking at FGC events in general now?
I apologize for the derailment.
Well, first off, I'd like to say that it's very unfortunate that, you know, we have a TMZ for gaming, because, I mean, it's bad enough that TMZ itself exists.
So you're talking about event hubs, or you talking about,
I'm talking about
Kotaku? You talking about Polygon? There's a lot of them out there now.
Yeah, it's becoming the main moneymaker just to throw out some crazy ass article that gets people's attention that may or may not be factual. Which, you know, most of the time it might get some facts wrong, some facts not.
I mean, remember there was that whole thing about Cuphead being racist. Remember?
Oh yeah, you know, back in the days when you'd have Aunt Jemima standing on the stool while Tom and Jerry duke it out. Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say event hubs is like on that TMZ level, though.
No, every now and then they get somebody who encroaches out there.
I mean, yeah,
I won't throw them completely under the bus, but every now and then you'll read something and you'll just be like, come on, man.
there are some articles that I read on Event Hubs that are literally just like, what? Why is this even an article?
But don't they have it separating the tiers? Like, don't they have bloggers, and then they have some people who actually write articles, or are they all articles now?
I'm pretty sure they do have a mix at this point.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I don't know for sure, but yeah, I mean, there are some times when I read an article, I'm just like, this isn't even news. This is literally an opinion piece.
Some people don't understand what an opinion piece is, but then again, I guess a lot of these article writers intentionally write their stuff in a way where they try to present it as, no, this is news and this is facts and you can't refute this. Because if you refute this, you're sexist, you're racist, and you should be banned.
I have nothing against, like, writing an article to, like, put something out there so that you can, like, get your clicks and whatnot, do your job. But
that shouldn't be your only means.
I get tired of seeing articles like, well, what characters do you want in the new Smash game? What characters do you want in the new MKX game or MK game that hasn't been announced yet or might not even be announced? It's like, okay, let me scroll through and see when Goku shows up in this list. Like, we all know the characters that are going to get voted the most. It's going to be, like, ridiculous ones that have nothing to do with the franchise. Goku, Sora,
we all remember the Smash 4 polls.
And how those turned out. We got Cloud and Bayonetta, and, that just reminded me of a tweet where someone said that the legacy characters in Smash 4 are the best characters in the game, not the new characters like Bayonetta and Cloud, who are the characters that get complained about the most. Cloud is now banned in doubles in some tournaments.
Because he's got that young dirty nonsense?
It got to a point where like people were just picking Cloud just so they can win doubles, because it was like, you can't win without Cloud. So it's like you had Cloud variation teams or you just had double Cloud. And so people were like, it makes doubles not fun. And so banning him would make more sense. And so that became the discussion. It was kind of like, it reminded me of the old Meta Knight discussion of like, should we ban Meta Knight in tournaments? And then when they finally did it, it was like...
I do have a question though about the Kotaku article.
Okay.
Since I haven't read that one. So did they only go after Smash, or was it the entire umbrella FGC?
From what I read, it was only Smash. And that's why like it was mainly Smash players who were like retweeting it and stuff and saying like, this is really, really bad for the Smash community, because people who are outside looking in are going to be like, oh, I'll never go to a Smash tournament now because it's all stinky and everybody's creeping. It's like, that's not how it is at all. Because there are tons of like, nice people that go to Smash events.
Well, normal, well-educated people.
Yeah.
You used to be a Smasher yourself.
I mean, I quit Smash 4, but I still like to play other Smash games, and I'll still play the game for fun. But yeah, I mean, like, some of the like most popular or like most popular or like top Smash players are like people who are like really cool people, or they dress well and stuff like that. Like D1, every time I've seen him like in person or just like on a stream or whatever, he's always like well dressed. People who aren't in their jerseys, there are a lot of Smash players that just are just like really well dressed or like take care of themselves really well. I mean, usually it's like Joey Bag of Donuts who goes 0-2. That's like the smelly like Smash player. Like, you don't hear about top players. There are a lot of like top players that you hear about now that are like, it's like, oh man, that guy smells like super ass. Like once they're popular, someone's gonna be like, look, guy, you're gonna have to take a shower.
Yo, you trying to get this eSports sponsorship? You better take a goddamn shower is what you better do. You sponsored by Dove Soap now. That's what you.
But yeah, you mentioned NomoCon. That is next weekend.
Yeah, May 24th through the
28th.
There you go. There you go. I was saying 24th. I was gonna pass it to you.
No, man, this is all you right now.
Oh, I'm doing the whole promo by myself.
Yeah, you got it.
Shadow Tiger, you want to help?
Well, May 24th through 28th.
Yeah, and what's gonna be there?
Lots of games and anime and stuff, dude.
Could you speak up?
Lots of games and anime and stuff, dude.
And what else they gonna have?
Hopefully not very much body odor.
Anyways, we're going to go around with that. MomoCon is happening next week, May 24th through the 28th, which we're going to be hosting on behalf of UGL, our sponsor. We're going to be hosting a plethora of games, starting... What you doing over there with your hands, man? I'm trying to...
I was going to
you out here
join in,
distracting
but-
me. Okay.
See,
We're going to be starting off with...
What, the first game on the schedule, or are you talking about just games?
No, I'm just going to list all the games.
Okay, we got Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Yes, that game is still alive, guys. Please play it if you
Doesn't
like
need
it.
resuscitation.
Yeah, that game it's fun to play. That's all you need to worry about. Yes, it may not look the best, but it's fun to play. Play Marvel Infinite, guys. That's right, Capcom. I'm getting my check tomorrow. But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Guilty Gear Xrd, some more niche games too, like Arcana Heart, Love Max, 6 stars. There we go. Blaze Blue Central Fiction. That I wouldn't say that's like a super niche game, but Blaze Blue Central Fiction, Chaos Code. That definitely a niche game. Chaos Code. What is the like other part of the title for the re-release? Oh man. But yeah, Chaos Code, the PS4 version of that game.
Under Night.
Oh, Under Night, In Birth, EX, Late, ST. You
really want to do the hand gesture for ST, didn't you?
It always just makes me think of Super Turbo when they like say it's ST. But what else? Oh God, I literally just had a game and it just left my brain. Melty Blood.
Melty Blood?
Yes, Melty Blood. That I love that game. Melty Blood.
The game that was supposed to be our mystery game, but it's no longer our mystery game. Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah, I said that. The good old Rivals of Aether, Brawlhalla. Lots of support for those communities too. What else is left that we're running? Because I know we're not running the Smash games, but
there is one game that you didn't.
Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax Ignition.
No, there is one game that you missed.
Oh, Injustice 2?
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, you're.
Injustice 2, I'm looking at the interest numbers. Injustice 2, it needs some help right now. It's got my man Young Crumb out there in the street. Just saying, if y'all want to have some of that Superman versus Batman type gameplay, you're going to need to step it up. We also got Nitro plus Blasters. I think that game also needs a little bit of help. I think it's got 2 entrants.
I think there'll be more entrants like on-site registry for that game
because the French player community normally enters everything.
They usually enter their own game. They have fun. The Georgia French player communities is fun, and they have a lot of fun. So it's nice to see them playing their games. To pre-reg for any of these games that you hear about, you go to Smash GG.
And you look up MomoCon.
Yeah, or you can
2018.
You can just Google MomoCon tournaments, and the Smash GG page will show up first. I just did that, so I'm a reputable source on this now.
The schedule was actually put out by MomoCon either yesterday or early this morning. Yeah, so it's actually on the Smash GG now, so now you can see the times, what time you need to be there for your game, blah blah blah, so on and so forth.
And Smash GG is really good to refer to for what times you need to do those things. As long as you're logged into your profile, it'll tell you, your next tournament, like what time it's going to be your next opponent, all that jazz. So Smash GG, yeah.
And as for games that we're not running, if you're a Smash fan, this is official Smash Major now, so you guys should know. I mean, you looking at me like I said something wrong. Did I make a mistake?
I'm simply paying attention, man.
Okay, thank you.
For all you know, I could secretly be a Smash player.
Anyways, Smash Studios is going to be bringing you guys your hot Smash action. They're going to have Melee. They're going to have 4, and I believe they're going to have doubles for both as well.
Well, 2GG is apparently doing Smash 4,
okay,
and
they're doing
Smash
4.
Studios is doing Melee.
Right.
But both of them have huge pop bonuses, which is a big part in why they're majors this year. Because
it's like $5,000, right?
Yeah, I think it's $5,000 for both now. Actually, yeah. It's what is it? I think last year was the first time they added the pop bonus, and I
think last year was $2,500.
Last year started off with $2,500, and then they doubled it, and then Melee got the $2,500 also. So yeah, it's $5,000 for both, and then of course doubles have $500 $500 pop bonus for both games, Smash 4 and Melee. So, yeah, a lot of like really good Smash players are coming out to enter that tournament. It's really interesting. I think I remember last year a lot of players didn't even know that the tournament was happening at a convention.
They just thought that MomoCon was just a funny name for a tournament.
And they thought MomoCon was charging like $50 a pop just to play in that tournament. But no, like if you pay for your pass, then you not only get to enter that dope ass tournament, you also get to be at the con and enjoy con things. So even if you show up and go 0-2, you still have a lot of things to do around MomoCon.
It's not just ho hum it for 48 hours after that.
Yeah, they have like the MomoCon's gonna have a lot of panels. I think they're having the Overwatch panel again with the voice actors coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna have Warren Spector. I mean, if you ever played Thief or Deus Ex, he's the guy that helped create those games. Like you say, they're also going to have some Blizzard staff on there. And also Suda51, if you play Killer 7, or Killer is Dead, or No More Heroes, he's going to be there.
And they also going to have orchestrated music, so they have everything for everybody.
The Final Fantasy live concert is going to be on Saturday, I believe. So
you hitting that up?
No. but I don't think I'll have the time to pop in on that.
You said Saturday?
If I do...
What time?
I think it's Saturday night. That's
then we ain't making it because we got to run Dragon Ball Fighters, baby.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters tournament starting at 8 p.m., guys. Yeah, show up, play a Goku, Dad Goku. You got Ball Goku.
It's not Dad Goku. It's Poppy Goku, Goku Black, Goku Blue, Goku
Yellow.
Regular. No, we just call Goku Standard at this point.
No. Goku Regular is for the next set of DLC.
Oh, you're right. The DLC is Goku Regular. My bad. Then you got 50% Goku. Then you got 50% of Goku Junior. And then you got quarter Goku, which is Gotenks.
I really love the tweet that someone put out where they took all of the characters related to Goku in the game and literally broke it down in percentages of how much Goku is in these characters. And it was astounding. I think Cell or Boo or one of those characters was 0.5 Goku, and that really got me thinking about how much of the roster is Goku.
I mean, you're right at this point.
You might as well call all of the versions of Goku.
Goku about to be half the roster.
So yeah, Goku versus Goku. Fate of 2 Goku is the best game ever.
Oh, man, it's Goku versus Goku. Fate of 2 Bardogs, baby.
But yeah, MomoCon has a lot of panels. I've seen a lot of events happening at MomoCon this year. So it's not going to be boring.
Various YouTubers will be there too. People who have infinitely more subscribers than I have. Tell you that right now.
Yeah. Some people will be there, and they can. Yeah, they get to have their own panel where they talk about things. And
I know Rock must be hurting in his feels because his favorite YouTuber's coming out.
Who's that?
Maximilian.
Wait.
Yeah, he's actually gonna be there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually really cool. I didn't know that he was showing up. I didn't think he would show up.
I found that out a couple days ago on Twitter. So
that's
there
crazy.
you have it.
What is he showing up for? Is he going to do anything?
No, he's doing a panel, apparently.
Is he just coming by himself, or is he bringing out the whole
video
games crew?
That I don't know.
Yeah, okay. That's really interesting. I didn't know. Yeah, I'll have to try and check that out. See if Maximilian shows up and actually tries to play some games, because that'd be cool.
Yeah, you sure should, dude.
But yeah, MomoCon is definitely going to be worth going to. If you live in Georgia, or if you're going to be in Georgia at the time, just check out MomoCon. Buy a pass, buy a 1-day pass if you want to. Show up. Saturday is always the best day for a 1-day pass kind of day, because Saturday has the most events, has the most people. There's going to be a lot of great cosplays, and there's also going to be a lot. I want to know what the base cosplay is going to be this year, because you know how there's always the base cosplay that everybody does, the Harley Quinns, the Deadpools.
Oh, here we go.
So I think this year it's going to be 02 from Darling in the Franxx. That's going to be one of the common ones, but I don't know what else is going to be common this year, because besides My Hero Academia characters,
they're on the site. Yo Video Games, the whole crew.
Besides,
sorry, I just wanted to get that segue out of the way.
No, you're good. Besides, My Hero Academia characters, which that's a given, because that anime is great. Like the anime is great. I can't knock it. Even though it's doing the Naruto formula, it's doing it perfectly.
It's doing it well.
Yeah, it's doing it so well.
So you don't think we'll see them young Boruto cosplayers?
I don't think that's going to be a huge thing. I'll see some Boruto cosplayers, but not a lot. I don't think Boruto is as popular as people were intending for it to be. But that's because of My Hero Academia overshadowing that series super hard. Because again, it took the Naruto formula and it made it a lot more interesting. Like, it just made it something that a lot of people can watch and just get emotionally invested in.
And now that the dub's out, it's 100% mainstream. I mean, once Toonami gets their hands on something, everybody know about it now.
Yeah, the only thing I like about the dub is hearing Piccolo do the voice of All Might. That's about it. The rest of it, I'm not too keen on the dub, but still, I don't know what other like anime series is really like pushing the cosplay folder like that, because Megalobox is popular, but Megalobox, I don't think it has like a lot of like things that you're going to see a lot of cosplay of. It's got some cool things, but it's at the end of the day, it's a boxing anime. Like you're not going to see a lot of people cosplaying that. Yeah, I don't know what's cute. I mean, Agretsuko is popular, but I don't think a lot of people are going to cosplay as any animals from that. So
Ruby might get another resurgence.
Whoa.
Hey man, cross tag battle, baby.
That's right. that opening is the best. Raise a brew, cross tag battle is like, oh, that like it comes in.
I like the idea of it where they have different versions with different characters that say each part of the game's title. I mean, it's a nice idea, but some of those voice actors leave something to be desired.
Some of them phoning it in?
No, he's talking about the Ruby voice actors and how.
Oh yeah. Good lord.
Yeah, we asked a friend of ours who watches Ruby, how he feels about that, and he's just like, you get used to it. Which
that should not be. That sounds like someone who just keeps going back to domestic violence. I can't.
Look, man,
I can't sign up for that.
People love the series. The series is doing well for itself, so I'm not going to knock it. But yeah, it's a hard pass for me. It's a hard pass for me as far as that goes. But cross tag battle, since we're on the subject, it's
a hot mess, but it's fun.
It's a fun mess. That is the best way to describe that game right now. Is a fun mess. Like a lot of people who like play the respective games that they're from, play the respective games that they're from, and then Ruby. A lot of the players from their respective games it's like one or the other. They either love the game and how it just feels like really fun, and it's just like all this crazy stuff is happening, and I love it, or they're just like, nothing makes sense. This button layout doesn't make sense. This is really weird, and I don't love it. And I feel like the game is aimed at Ruby fans to pick up and just play because of how super simplistic the button layout is. It's literally
isn't DP 2 buttons?
Yeah, you have an actual DP input. You have a 2-button DP. You have 2 buttons in the game. You have B and C. And then most characters from their respective games, their usual 5A and stuff is a command normal. It's usually 4B, I believe. But yeah, I think it's aimed at Ruby players to pick up the game, or Ruby watchers to pick up the game and play it and be like, man, yeah, I love my characters being in this game. And who are these characters from this thing? Oh man, they look cool too. And then they play it. Because it really feels like the game is made to be as simple as possible.
Entry level?
Yeah, entry level, simple as possible. At top level, oh boy, 1 combo kills. It's 1 to 2 combo killing character. That's a scary game, and characters have a lot of really, really interesting.
At least they made it to where you actually got to get rid of both characters. We've seen there's some tag games out there where you only got to get rid of one of them characters.
It works for Tekken.
It does work for Tekken. I don't know about cross Tekken though.
Yeah, well,
for me, I wasn't riding with that.
Those are some dark times, man. Those are some dark times. There was a competition going on between 2 developers, and then one of them was like, I'm going to put my game out first. That's right. Everybody's going to love me. I'm going to win. And then the game came out in there, and a lot of people were like,
Maybe we should keep the mashed potatoes out of the gravy, baby.
But hey, I mean, the game ended up being like really good by the end of its lifespan. Like
after people stopped caring, at least they went back and fixed it.
The people who
gotta
did,
give them that.
Look, the people who did care played it at home. They like played online, and like that was about it. And it ended up being a good game by the end of it. But like the problem was that it was too late.
Everyone had already moved on.
Yeah, it already like put that bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and so they were just like, okay, I don't really want to.
So what game do you think got the shorter end of the stick? Cross Tekken or Tatsunoko vs. Capcom? Because Tatsunoko vs. Capcom just had the whole it's on the Wii working against it.
I think TVC got the better end of the stick because even though it was a versus game with like a roster of anime characters that people may not have even known, and it was on the Wii, it still had like I feel like it had like a longer like lifespan than Cross Tekken did, like tournament wise. Cross Tekken, it was literally like it had like I think 2 evos, and then people were like, I can't do this anymore. And then like the 2013 patch came out, and they're like, man, this game. A lot of people who like were purists and like stayed with the game and whatnot were just like, oh my god, this is so much better. But like, man, things like on disc DLC it was such a huge deterrent for people. It was like, I'm paying for something that's already on the disc to get unlocked. Word? I'm paying a lot of money for this? Word? Gems? and so people were too turned off. With TVC, it was literally just like, that's on the Wii, so I don't really want to. I'm not going to go ahead and I don't want to buy a Wii for that. I don't want to buy a Wii and then the stick for the Wii, or get a Wii PCB it was the Wii, a Wii PCB to play this game. But overall, that game was really like good. It was really fun for its time, and like people saw that. So the people who played it, they played it a lot, and there was a lot of stupid stuff like giants and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to compare the two, but I feel like TVC got the better end of the stick.
It is at least well respected by those who played it.
Yeah.
SFXT was kind of more than a mixed bag, we'll say.
If Cross Tekken
came out as it ended at the start, I don't think a lot of people would have had too many complaints.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of games are like that these days.
Yeah.
They don't get good until a year or so after they've been out.
How's No Man's Sky, my guy?
Oh, No Man's Sky, that game will never be good.
But aren't you ready for the Xbox version?
And just go play Minecraft or Subnautica or like any of the other.
What about Stardew Valley, baby?
Oh, Stardew Valley. I mean, that's a different story, man. That's Harvest Mode. You can't mess up Harvest Mode.
Yeah.
You ask our engineer. He will tell you can mess up some fucking Harvest Moon.
Well, you could mess up some Harvest Moon by changing it into a different franchise.
See?
Yeah, you could also mess it up by, selling the IP to, people like Konami.
Well, anything about Konami is that's a touch of death right there.
Yeah, it is a shame.
So Harvest Moon isn't Harvest Moon anymore. It's a totally different game. Harvest Moon is now a story of seasons, which is still good. But a lot of people who didn't get the memo is like, yeah, new Harvest Moon. What the fuck is this shit?
That sort of thing. I mean, Konami, that's the reason why we're not going to get another Bloody Roar. I mean, Hudson Soft, yeah, they got bought by Konami.
Don't get me started, Odie.
Look, man.
If we had another Bloody Roar right now, it would reign supreme.
Let me tell you something about Konami, though. It's one of the funniest images I've seen. It's just a whole bunch of IPs just getting taken out. And then it just looks at the camera. Why would Kojima do this? When in doubt, blame Kojima. That seems to be working for Konami.
When are we getting another Castlevania game, guys?
When are we going to get them Death Stranding secrets?
Whoa. No, I'm not worried about that. I'll take that right now.
Castlevania, that's TBA, man.
Yeah.
To be announced.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, at least season 2 of the series is coming out, next month?
The series is actually pretty good.
The series is really good. It was just too short.
Yeah, way too short. It didn't really start going until maybe the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
The rest of it just kind of built up a little too slow, but once the action starts, it's nice. It's nice.
It's well worth it. what was I thinking? Oh yeah, Destiny was another game that like people had problems with at first, and then it became like great later
No,
on.
great. You talking about Destiny 1?
I'm talking about this. A lot of people who like played like after Taken King and whatnot were telling me that that's how Destiny.
Oh no, Destiny
should have
1,
been.
sure. After the Taken King, you had some stuff, you had some content. There was some meat to the bones. There was some stuff to do. That as someone who got the Taken King expansion for $10 on Black Friday, trust it was an alright experience. Destiny 2, on the other hand, don't just stay away. You can buy anything else. Anything else.
Isn't there an expansion for that coming out?
Don't talk about it. Anything else. We don't want to give this game no more publicity, no more press, no more time. It's already taken up most of our time, and we really ain't even cracked the surface. Please, for your own well-being, don't.
Well, I feel like your boy over here has some words on that expansion. I think you should go ahead and.
All right, Shadow Tiger, let it rip.
All right, yeah, fine. There was some Warmind expansion that came out recently, and well, so I was reading a little while ago. Had 3 new campaign missions. 2 of them are reused environments, some sort of assets to that level, and the third one's PlayStation exclusive. Like, how are you going to treat your customers like that?
It's Destiny, bro.
Seriously.
It was their fate. They had no options.
Yeah, and that's my point exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
if you still play that game, you deserve it.
Oh,
And they do have some new expansion that supposedly may or may not get announced at E3. So we'll
I don't care.
See what happens.
Just play Warframe. Just play Warframe. You will save yourself infinite time, effort, and fucking money.
Free to play too.
Yeah, man. And then just play for free.
Warframe devs, I expect my check in the mail.
Wow. All right. Anyways, what's next?
Hey man, we all can't get them Capcom checks, man.
Capcom checks. Look, Capcom can't give me checks. You saw Infinite. They don't have checks to give out to me. All right. I love that game, but man, do I have problems with the way it looks? Does everybody have problems with the way it looks? Because you had 2 people who genuinely loved Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and Marvel Superheroes.
They were rooting for you.
They just, I don't know, they didn't get the budget that they needed to make the game that they wanted. So they focused
They was expecting you to bring the heat.
They focused on the things that they needed to focus on. Net play and the actual overall system of the game.
They let them down.
They did well with those 2 things, but everything else is very, very iffy. But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite it is a good game, but a lot of people outside looking in are not going to get appealed. They're not going to see
it did
the
nothing
appeal
to bring me in.
Yeah, because it's not the type of game that you like to play. So it's like seeing that system and being like, oh man, that's cool. That looks really hard. I don't really want to. Oh man, that's Iron Man. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to buy. Oh man, my brother told me this game sucks. I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy this. And that's a huge problem with the game's lifespan right now. People are just like, you've got like Shuby number 4 coming out being like, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Oh, that game's dead. Nobody plays that.
Speaking of which, I don't know if we told you this. When we made the announcement that, we would be hosting games at MomoCon, somebody saw the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and said, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? But no Smash? Yo, MomoCon trash! And I'm like, first of all, it's a Smash Major, so I don't know where the fuck you came from with this nonsense. 2, you got 2 $5,000 pop bonuses for both of your games, and then for doubles, you got half a stack pop bonus for both of those. But you gonna sit here and you gonna try to throw somebody on the ground because it just happens to have Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in the building. These are the shoopies we talking about.
Yeah, it's usually people who don't play the game.
I bet you that person plays Smash and they don't even make it out of pools. Ever. They probably go 0-2.
And they write posts on Facebook about going 0-2.
Yeah.
Man, if Nintendo just gave my character just a little bit of love, I'd be able to show the world.
I get so tired of hearing stuff like that. It's like...
Or you could just pick a better character, my guy. You can do that. Nah, man, it has to be with Duck Hunt Dog. If it ain't Duck Hunt Dog, it ain't worth it.
That feels like entitlement at that point. Like, at this point in time, they are not going to touch that game, especially now that Smash 5 is on the
way,
horizon.
on the horizon.
That brings up a topic I want to talk about because I keep seeing a lot of like posts about this now in like a local, Smash group, and it's almost starting to become like a meme for them or whatever. But like a lot of people will post about how some people literally quit Smash 4 to wait for Smash 5. And other people are just like, that's awful. Why would you quit Smash 4 and become bad at the game and then wait for Smash 5? Like, all of a sudden it's going to be the bread and, the bread and butter and whatnot, and it's going to, like, be so good for you, and it's going to, like, treat you so well, and yada yada. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with quitting a game when you hear that, like, a new version of it is coming out. If you're like, I'm burnt out on this one, I hope this next one is a little bit better. I hope
some fresh air into the game.
I hope it's different. I just want it to be different.
It also makes sense because we don't know exactly how the new Smash is going to play yet.
Yep.
So I mean, you could continue to play Smash 4, and Smash 5 could end up being different to the degree where all your muscle memory and everything from Smash 4 ends
Just
up
gets in the way.
Yeah.
It's harder for you to learn the game.
I mean, think of the transition from Melee to Brawl. Like that's a super different change. I'm pretty sure if people were like, yeah, I'm going to keep playing Melee so I can prepare for Smash Bros. Brawl. And then they pick the game and it's like, wait, I tripped. Hold on. Like that, totally different games.
I know this is a game that isn't necessarily competitive because it went from a game that was relatively competitive to something that was... But how did we go from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 to That's Where You're Wrong, Jarek?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually love seeing like high level play of like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and like Mortal Kombat 3 in general. Like it's really interesting like how that game plays on a higher level, and then seeing Mortal Kombat 4.
Black Dragon lives on.
That game was only good for its comedy.
Yeah, it was good for the comedy. Like, oh man, like the ending where it's got Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and I think like Sub-Zero's about to kill Scorpion, and he's like, it's over for you, and then all of a sudden Quan Chi comes out and like, ah! Like the music stops and everything, just for Scorpion or Sub-Zero to get hit by Quan Chi, and I'm like, where'd you come from? Why are you here?
My personal favorite is when Tanya's leading Liu Kang down that fuck ass tunnel.
That's right, Liu Kang. This is a trap.
That's right, Liu Kang. I have trapped you. And then no. Quan Chi says, "Are you ready to accept Shinnok as your Lord and Savior?" Never. And he just explodes.
It was Shinnok there. He's like floating in this really awkward T pose, and he just goes fireball, just blows into pieces.
And I'm like, oh, geez, the classics. But
then there was the Baraka ending, which was so fucking weird, where Quan Chi's sitting on his fucking throne, and then he's just like, "I'm in a dead realm with a madman." He just runs up and stabs Quan Chi, and then he realizes it's just a pile of bones, and then Quan Chi's behind him. So he's like, there you are. He runs towards him, jumps, and he just explodes too, just like Liu Kang.
Oh man! And then like after that, you had Deadly Alliance, which
Deadly Alliance was ass, but I mean it was fine.
It has some interesting ideas.
Then you had Deception, which I think was the peak of anything they ever tried to do with 3D.
As far as 3D on a 3D plane?
Yeah.
On a 3D plane.
I feel like Armageddon was better.
I'm saying this because of the roster. No. You had two-legged Mataro, so first of all, no. You had garbage-ass boss moves. First of all, half the characters were just complete shit, bare bones like fucking reskins of each other, and the creative fatality system. So you could take all that shit, put it in a box, and get the fuck out.
But, they were in the game. And also
I don't give a goddamn.
There was Conquest mode. Hold on. Conquest mode was amazing.
You mean Shaolin Monks 2?
Exactly.
I mean, it's a shame the actual Shaolin Monks 2 got canceled, but, I mean, at least we got Conquest in Armageddon. It's pretty nice.
It was a
lot more interactive than Deception's story, because, man, let me tell you something. There's something about Deception where you see characters just be Sub-Zero sitting by the tree doing this shit here. You walk up to him, you hear that fucking Wom noise to confirm that you press A on him. Wom. Hello, I am from the Lin Kuei. Follow me. We must defeat Reptile. It's like, where the fuck are we going? And they run and they disappear. Because they're scripted to run a certain distance, they disappear, and they just teleport to wherever the fuck they were supposed to be at. Or my personal favorite, they just throw a smoke grenade. And they just teleport to wherever the fuck they were supposed to be. I don't even know why Ed Boon decided to have them run.
I mean, but Armageddon had the best opening cutscene. You know, everybody stops, and they're all looking at each other. Tournament, the fight for our lives. And then Striker just looks at Melina and he's like,
without question, without hesitation, police brutality.
Spread them. Oh, jeez.
That was the best X-ray in 9, bro. Free.
Yeah, it really was. X-rays in general in 9 were just, they were just beautiful. And then you got to X and they were basically just fatalities that didn't kill you.
Look, guys, Mortal Kombat is the best band you'll ever hear in your life. See, they started off with all the great hits, 1, 2, 3, and then they were
went through that experimental phase.
Yeah, they had their experimental phase, which was 4 mythologies, MK Gold, which was
Shaolin Monks,
4
was the obscure hit.
And even though I don't want to mention this, Special Forces.
Oh, jeez, yeah, you reminded me of that.
Special Forces had one of the greatest cutscenes of all time.
Oh, jeez.
And what was that?
Sonya and Jax were trying to repair Cyrax.
Oh, no.
And they're like, don't worry, Cyrax, you'll have you on your feet in no time. And then Sector just walks in with a chest missile, just starts blowing them all up. And he's just like, but yes, they did have Special Forces.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the reason why we got Tremor in X.
At least they made Trevor look cool in X.
Yeah, I mean, he was just a brown Sub-Zero in Special Forces.
Exactly. See, that's one of the things about the MK series. That's nice.
They're not afraid to try new things, even when it's to their own goddamn detriment.
Now they've adjusted their designs for the ninjas to not be palette swaps of Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
You can tell them apart from a distance.
Yeah.
Noob Saibot is no longer Locke's character.
Noob Saibot has his own outfit. Ermac has a completely different outfit now. He's got the hood and whatnot. He's like, that's right. I'm the master of souls. Yeah, so it's nice. Reptile looks like a reptile now, which he's not just ninja with weird face mask. And also there was that weird thing with the live action movie where he was Bugs.
We're not going to talk about that. We're going to move right on. That man deteriorated into worms and maggots. I was like, what the fuck was that?
But yeah, best band ever. I mean, the experimental phase. And then, MK9 came out. The hit comeback release, MK9, where they're like, that's right, guys. You thought we were gone? No, we're back. We're here. We're giving you exactly what you wanted. And then we got MKX, that new school album where it's like,
I see where they're going.
Yeah, they try to be edgy to lure in all the new kids, and it doesn't quite work out.
Yeah, it's like how Metallica fans are like, everything after Saint Anger is awful, but real Metallica fans are like, actually, there are a few newer albums after Saint Anger that actually are pretty good. You should check out their newer stuff. Metallica is pretty good now, guys. And, of course, ignorant old school Metallica fans like, no. Saint Anger ruined it for me. I just listen to old Metallica albums now.
There's no going forward. Not anymore.
But yeah, back to the whole thing about, if a new game is coming out for the series that you play, should you quit the game and be like, I'm just going to wait for this new game? Is it okay to do that? Or is that you being whiny and a coward or whatever? Is it bad that you would quit the game and be like, I'm going to take a break, and then when this new game comes out, I'll come back?
Nothing wrong with that.
No, give you time to rejuvenate yourself.
Yeah, because you've been playing the same game for 5 to 10 years. Sometimes you just get a little bit burnt out.
Yeah, it's alright, man. It's alright.
Other times if the game stays fun, it's like, yeah, okay. Or if you're going along with the meta, then you're fine. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, these characters are good. Well, I'll just go ahead and switch on over to this, and I'm still rocking, baby. I'm still top it. Because a lot of people give a lot of game shit for that. It's like, oh, they haven't updated this game forever. They haven't patched this game.
Man, back in the day, we didn't have patches.
MVC2 lasted 10 years. 10 years. And that game was definitely, like, the first year versus the last year, definitely not the same game at all. Definitely not played the same at all. There was a lot of meta that changed.
You look at Smash, when it first started having East versus West Coast battles, you look at those tournaments, you're like, yo, man, this is the highest fucking level. You can't beat these dudes. Yo, look at this Moth. My man Ken is a god. Now you look at the shit they doing now and all the L cancel and all this other shit that you can do now and canceling frames and like the weird wave dashing and like how people have honed their wave dashes to look almost seamless. Fuck no. It's not even this. It don't even look like it's the same game. You be like, yo, is this Marvel HD Plus? What the fuck is this? This must be a different game.
I mean, even now, Melee players are still like finding out tech for the game, and like there's still like people like to complain about how like most Melee like majors have like the same people in top 8. You know, oh, it's only the Melee gods who are up there, and that's not even the case anymore. Like even if you only focus on the like Melee gods, there are like things happening there that are interesting, like how Mewtwo King just won Smash Summit, which is something that's like even he himself was like amazed by, because it's something that was like out of reach for him for years because of certain players like, you know, Armada, Hungrybox, you know, sometimes Mango, like beating him and like beating him convincingly, and to a point where he just like gets what's the word I'm looking for? But he just gets really sad about it. You know, he's just like, I can't. He's like, I don't know if I can do it. Like I've hit that wall, and he finally overcame the wall. You know, people were like, just play Marth. That's your character. That's you. And he played Marth. He won in winners, and he was amazed. You see the pop off. He's literally just in there like, I won. Hold on, I won.
No
Wait.
bullshit?
He's like, sir, please. Did I actually just win? So, Melee players coming out with all kinds of tech. You've got Melee players who've been playing the game for a couple of years. You've got some newer players who are just like rising up in the ranks. Like a lot of people are talking about Zane. I think he used to go by Smash God. He did really well at Summit. He's still pushing himself to do better and better. And I think he just like graduated I think he might have just like graduated high school or college or something. One of the two. But like he's still like fairly young, and he's doing really well in Melee, which is that's a game where it's like, if you decide you want to start playing Melee competitively now, boy, you have a steep ladder to climb to get to a very good point. But
You just be competent.
Yeah, and like if you want to, you can do it. Like it's not out of reach. It's just going to be difficult because the game is not easy. But that's one of the reasons why it's good, and it's still good now. Like a lot of the skill that people are putting into that game, they're getting their reward out of it. The hard work they're putting into the game, they're getting a reward out of it. Yeah, sure, they're the guys who have been there since like 04, who come out and will slap them up and whatnot. But it's like that's because they've got a lot of experience on top of the hard work that they're still putting into the game. So
Everyone had to start somewhere.
yeah, everyone has to start somewhere. Exactly.
Nobody jumped out and just said, yo, first tournament, top 8.
Whoever that person is, they are a cyborg, obviously.
They are the real machine.
They see frame data in their eyeballs. They're just like, this is 2 frames right here.
They entered the tournament as TAS.
It's
all over, baby.
That would be awesome. If I name myself Tool Assisted because of the nonsense that I do to people. Oh man, that'd be a great story to see.
Yeah, man, you get on commentary, you get on an interview, and they're like, no, it's TAS only, baby. No real man can do that.
That was actually a thing for Melee. Actually, going back to that, there are a lot of things that players are doing now that literally they're just you can only do this with tasks, and it's like now the humans are doing it, which is crazy. Which is the whole 20XX thing about Melee, apparently. So yeah. What else was I going to say? But yeah, I mean, when people are talking about how, oh man, look at this busted ass thing in this game, I can't wait.
Most of the people who do that don't play the game at a high level. Or here, I'm gonna go on a little side thing here. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
If you play fighting games and you're gonna sit here and tell me that something is completely broken, it's horseshit, and needs to be patched immediately, I'm gonna ask you: do you use every tool available to you? Because there's people who will tell me that there's some pressure that's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, do you push block when you play? No, I don't push block. They didn't push too hard. You don't get to have an opinion. There's a whole mechanic that is telling them, yo, get off me, dog, that you don't use.
But I gotta spend a meter, though.
What you think they giving it to you for, huh? So you saving it till Christmas? Do you super? No, I don't ever use my super. So you just hoarding meter, huh? That's what you're doing right now? It's ridiculous.
Yo, what if I got a clash, man? Injustice 2 it's a pretty difficult game, man.
You build meter like it ain't shit in that game. If you sitting there at 4 bars and you just holding it, you either hitting somebody with super or you about to do 4 meter burn back threes in a row. Because at this point, unless you use a whole bunch of fucking EX moves, I don't know what the fuck you just sitting there with 4 bars and then just thinking, oh man, this fucking pressure's fucking crazy. I can't get this motherfucker off me. I got all these bars. The opponent don't even have meter. Damn, I'm at such a meter deficit. What will I do? You asking to get bodied. I don't feel sorry for you.
So what do you guys think of this this rumor of a new MK game coming out?
It is what it is. I'm ready for it.
I'll wait and see.
We're kind of at this point because everybody's kind of spoiled because, let's face it, NRS community, they expect games every 2 years now. They expect it.
It's because they've been getting it. And
Yeah. So if that man were to come out and just say, no, actually we're working on a Masters of the Universe fighting game, people will be distraught. People will be so in their feels, they'll be hurt.
If it looks hype, I'll play it.
That's all I'm saying, but it's just like, there's going to be some people who are going to be hurt.
If it's a Masters of the Universe fighting game and it looks hype, sure.
Thundercats DLC, let's go. That's right.
Is She-Ra part of Masters of the Universe? I can never remember.
I believe so.
Yeah, I'll just pick She-Ra and win.
but anyways, what I was going to say is, for the last topic, I think we're running out of time, we should probably address your shirt.
Why my shirt?
This is America.
Oh, yes, you're right. Okay. Okay. So, first off, yes, it's great that, Donald Glover Childish Gambino put out
You call him by his government name, eh?
Yeah, exactly. He put out his new. Wait, first off, because the SNL thing where he's like, I'm your host Donald Glover, and your musical guest will be Childish Gambino, and most people just kind of like let it rock. And like some people were laughing, and others were just like, "I wonder why he's doing that. Doesn't he know that that's him?"
There's some people who don't have quick wit. But there's one thing I will say about that song. I think needs to be kind of addressed. That song did exactly what it wanted to do in the terms of, man, people fucking bought it. And I don't mean in terms of selling numbers. I mean, it's only a song about, hey, look at all this fuck shit that's happening around us that you are not going to care about because we got this new song and dance.
Yeah.
There are people out there who are like, they are looking at all the shit in the background like, wow, look at that shit over there. If you see like right by this hair follicle, you'll see in the background that somebody fell off of a fucking horse, which means there's a lynch mob coming. They're like finding all these weird secrets, but it's like, but you can't put any of that information that you just said into any cognitive thought about helping us with gun control or talking about what we should do about these school shootings, because at the end of the day, as long as you can get your clicks, you don't give a fuck. That's what that video was. Then you got people making I don't want to call them parody videos because there are a couple of them that are serious, which are just like, hey, you know that issue that you're complaining about? Well, we have an issue too. You did all the work, but we just gonna piggyback off the wave.
Well, first, the thing about that kind of thing is if you have a music video or a song that's doing really well that everybody like loves, of course they're going to be parodies and whatnot because some people want to cash in on it.
Yep.
The problem is some people need to stop trying to cash in on shit like that because
it's not your lane.
It's not something
that's
not
what you meant. That's what you're not put on this earth to do.
Some people think that negative press is good press for them regardless. So I think it's Nicole Arbor, I think is her name. She put out her, This Is America women's version, where she's talking about like rape in my area and like all this other stuff happening, like date rape and all the, like getting abused and all this other stuff happening, and like adjusted her music video to look like Childish Gambino's video, but have like women related problems happening instead. And it was like, this is not the right time to do anything like that. First off. And I
don't mind that she made a song about the issue.
The tone of the video sounded like nobody's talking about those things. But this is the year
of the Me Too movement.
And people talking about those things.
And people losing jobs and people, Bill Cosby getting arrested. Like there's like it's not like the phantom issue that no one sees.
And we've been building up to the story thing for several years past. Like,
Yeah. And like on top of that, it's like it's really annoying when actually this is the whole point of the whole like Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter thing. It's really annoying when someone's like, "Hey, that thing over there is a problem," and then someone's like, "Hey, that may be a problem, but this is also a problem. How dare you take attention away from this?" It's like, no, we were talking about that already. We were just talking about that, guy. We were talking about it yesterday, talking about it last week. We've been talking about it for
I wish
a
I
few
could
months.
get that type of shit on my test. Hey, you got number 3 wrong. But, we're going to give you that because number 5 was wrong. So we only going to count 1 wrong. You feel me? Everything else was great. I wish I had teachers like that. That'd be great. You can't tell me, oh, man. Oh, would you tell your mom was raped? What? Who cares about that, Jimmy? Shadow Tiger lost his son. How dare! Have compassion for the youth!
It's not a race and it's not a competition. Like, tragedies are tragedies. They're
I'm
bad
telling you,
things.
it's the tragedy Olympics, or the oppression games.
They're all bad. Like, they're all bad. They need to be addressed.
It's all
of
about
them
who
need
can
to be
get the
addressed.
gold medal of who was oppressed more.
And
Like-
victimhood's become a profession, man.
Exactly. One of the reasons why people give Black Lives Matter shit is because they make it seem like Black Lives Matter is trying to get all the attention and everything is about that. That's why there's the whole Black Lives Matter more insult, where it's like nobody says that, but the people who are just randomly getting offended by its existence. And the whole point of its existence is because of people like that who are like, they don't have real problems. And it's like, they do. And they just want some attention. They don't want all the attention. They just want you to actually like acknowledge that
But the
it's a
people
problem.
who get pushed to the
Like,
forefront sometime, they not the most reputable motherfuckers, I'll tell you that.
I mean,
That's with any leaderless movement, though.
that's what any like movement in general. Like,
I'm saying, like, if there's any leaderless movement where it doesn't have like a face to put it to, like that's gonna happen. You're gonna have some people who are out here just chasing the clout.
well, people are still even like trying to like put faces on it, and they're like trying to shit talk the people whose faces are on it too. And it's like, it's not about that. Like that one dude doesn't represent every single person who's trying to point out that it's a problem. That one person is not every single person who's pointing out that it's a problem. It's just a bunch of people trying to say, hey, this is a problem. We should probably like do something to stop this.
Like that one dude that was shot in his backyard,
Jeez.
reaching for his cell phone, where they're like,
Which
yeah.
one?
I mean,
Exactly.
we ain't got to go through all that now, my guy. But then, someone will bring up and say, how could this happen? And someone will just be like, well, actually, there was a white kid about 17 months ago who was also found in a similar predicament. Even though the setting was not the same if you go back and actually read the reports. Because, nah, man, cops have never been racist. You have never been racially profiled. You have never been racially profiled, sir. Not once in your life. Even though I know the story that you could tell me right now, but that was a mistake.
Life happens. But yeah, like it's really like it's dumb when people are just like, well, see, a white woman got shot yesterday. That means this whole thing about black people getting shot, they're just being over dramatic. It's like, no, the white woman getting shot is a problem. It's a problem, and so is black people getting shot. Like both of them getting shot is a problem. Like, we're trying to prevent both of that, both things from happening. But one is a problem that's happening a lot more than the other, and so we're trying to hash this out in some kind of way that's going to work for people. It's like it's not a big deal. Anyways, the whole "This Is America" thing, her trying to take attention away from Gambino's video and put it onto herself by making her own video and saying this is for women and women's rights and whatnot.
Okay,
It's like,
I have one crazy conspiracy about the song. Did she make it bad on purpose? So when people said it was bad, they're like, you're only saying it's bad because she's a woman.
no, I don't think that defense holds up very well at all. So I don't think that's the case. Like, if people who would say that, anybody could just look at it and be like, you're reaching. Like, it's not about her being a woman. The
No,
problem
but
is not that
people
she's a woman.
say that all the time
I mean, sure,
for
there are.
various things.
Sure, there are people who say it, but at the end of the day, that's not why people are mad. People are not mad that a woman is making that video. People are mad that it was bad and that it was literally piggybacking off of Gambino shine that he got from that video, which has a point to it. And is you're literally taking attention away from it to put that attention on something that's not really relevant to what he's talking about right now. And you're just like, well, what about this? And it's like, we have been talking about that. We acknowledge that, but we're also trying to, put more acknowledgement on this right now, so that
because some people are saying that about Nicole Arbor, and it's just like, yeah, man, you guys just mad at her because she's a woman. It's like, if we wanted to be mad about someone making a bad song, we would have definitely took Taylor Swift out a long time ago.
The people are already like on the way of doing that because
but like Nicole Arbor is clearly getting there worse, and I think Taylor Swift wrote a much better song.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that Nicole Arbor is getting worse.
From what I've seen, yeah.
Nah.
Then again, I haven't really been looking. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you gotta realize that people really tried to take Taylor Swift out of the paint, like super hard. And they were just like, "You say what she did? Oh my god, she threw mayonnaise on my favorite song." It's like, whoa, guy.
Yeah, we're talking about different spans of time. This Nicole Arbor thing just came out, and Taylor Swift has been making music for several years now.
Yeah, there are people who are still mad about Taylor Swift's cover, even though it's been like at least
about a month, right?
Yeah. So this Nicole Arbor thing, it's already starting to blow over a little bit. People are just kind of starting to just brush it off as, well, she tried to gain some clout off of Gambino's success, and she failed, and we're all going to acknowledge that she failed and move on from that because we don't need that to give that any more shine because it's trash. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. She had she tried. I mean, she had a good intentions for what she tried to bring attention to. Those were problems, yeah. But you took a good song and made it really bad for the sake of
clout.
Yeah, it's she had to have known. Her cadence and everything on the song was really bad, and it's she had to have known that was just not gonna.
It seemed like she rushed it out.
Of course, because
she's I gotta get in. I gotta get that window of opportunity. I gotta get in there.
Yeah. Because, if she had made this video, I don't know, a month or two after This Is America came out, then it wouldn't have even gotten as much traction.
It probably wouldn't have gotten noticed at all.
Yeah.
But, everybody in their family got a reaction video to both songs now.
That's why you have things like the Vice article where they're like, you guys are not allowed to meme anything from this video. And so people are, making a lot more memes off of.
All right, let's be honest. If you want someone to not do something, here's what you don't do. You don't tell the fucking internet not to do it.
Yeah.
Try sound effect.
Yeah.
Because once you do that, you're fucked up.
Yeah. There are all kinds of memes. There's a video where they literally just changed out the song for Call Me Maybe.
Yep.
It's right.
Or the geography one we saw last night.
Oh, jeez. There's one where it literally starts off.
This is America.
And then it pulls out a map and he goes, this is America. That was actually clever, but.
There's one where they did September.
Oh, jeez.
I guess that was for Taylor Swift.
That was. But all in all, if you have to get your success off of piggybacking off of something that someone did that was actually good and well written or well made in general, because that you can't do something just as good in that field, maybe you should take a break and really look at what you're trying to do and be maybe I should try to go at this by a different angle and do something different.
That would require them to think, sir, and we don't do that no more.
Hey, man.
Those days are over.
Those days need to come back. People need to think more. There we go.
They really do.
People need to think more. The internet was a mistake. People need to think more.
So, do either of you gentlemen have anything else to add to the conversation? Any other topics?
Well, I could cover, what's been recently going on with gaming in general. We could just run through that real quick before we close out things for the day.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, well, today has actually been kind of an eventful week, really. Outside of the fighting games and all that, there's, Black Ops 4 got officially revealed, which, depending on who you
Their
are.
Battle Royale mode.
Oh, yeah, Blackouts. They're gonna have their, they drop campaign. They're going back to the good old boots on the ground gameplay without the thrusting and the wall running and whatnot because people apparently don't know how to aim up or multitask. But that's
no,
all
people just didn't want to play Halo again.
Yeah, Halo's trash now. It's a shame.
Isn't it rated T now? Like, what happened?
Halo 5, yeah, it's rated T, and they did that to get more people. Like,
That's not
into
how,
it.
that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
Did the same thing with Destiny.
Destiny 2 is rated what, T?
I'm not positive about 2, but 1 was definitely T.
Okay. Well, you gotta remember they split studios now, so 343's handled it. But go on.
Yeah, I mean, you got that going on. It's coming out October 12th, I believe. So that I'm not even gonna go any further into that. I don't want to talk about Black Ops 4. Also, Rage 2 got leaked a short while ago, so Bethesda had to go ahead and just do their official reveal and remind people that Rage 1 actually existed.
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually did play recently. It was a fairly decent game. It had its flaws, but the second game is going in a kind of more colorful, crazy Borderlands-ish direction, which may or may not work out for them. I mean, one of the Avalanche Studios, the guys who made Just Cause and games like that, or the Mad Max game that came out recently, they're going to be helping out id Software with that, so they'll be able to do the open world stuff better. I mean, that should be pretty good. Probably see more of that at E3. Yes, and E3 is going to be happening next month. That's June 12th to the 14th, so going to be seeing a lot of games, as usual. A lot of memes.
There's only one thing I hope Xbox doesn't do. After introducing every game, I don't want them to cut to that fucking big ass screen that says Xbox One exclusive. And that's not an Xbox One exclusive. As long as we can avoid that, I'm fine.
And Windows 10. And Windows 10.
Boy.
And Windows 10.
Welcome to the
anyone
Xbox
likes using
ecosystem. But go on.
What else happened? Oh yeah, Rage 2 did. They actually had a bit of its thunder stolen because Stalker 2 got announced. So, all of a sudden that game is coming back after it got canceled. So that is supposedly coming out in 3 years. So we'll see if they actually finish that game.
3 years? Man, that's going to be Final Fantasy 7.
Yep.
It might even be Kingdom Hearts 3. We don't know yet, folks.
Nah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out this year. That's solidified. That game is done.
Okay, we got an
That game is
announcement
definitely
for an
done.
announcement. They're going to announce the release date next month.
All right.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out end of this year. I already know that.
I hope.
Final Fantasy 7, the remake, that's not coming out for 5 more years, guys.
Hey, man, they said it'll be around at least 2023, and I said, well.
That was a joke. That was actually a joke. And the translator came out and said, that was supposed to be a joke. But that's a very believable joke. So, considering the Final Fantasy 13 verses turned into Final Fantasy 15 over the course of however many years it was, I guess. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah.
It was enough.
And the remake has taken the same route, so it'll come out when it comes out.
And today there's, if any of you guys play Rainbow Six Siege, they got a free weekend for that game going on. And also, if you're more into the more competitive side of it, the Pro League Finals started today. So they're going to be doing Grand Finals tomorrow, and they're going to show off the new season along with that. So, it'll be pretty cool. Probably going to watch some of that. It's a decent game. Could be better.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, we need more good shooters. That's the problem. We don't really have any great shooters anymore.
Come on, man. Why don't you play everyone's favorite game?
There we go.
Can I talk about Overwatch?
Well, I don't have to talk about it now. You already said it.
Yeah, didn't you say, I don't know, last week that you're quitting that game?
Big facts.
I would rather pre-order Black Ops 4 today.
Oh, man. Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
Hey, man. It is what it is. Just wait until Overwatch gives you Battle Royale. Then you'll be sorry.
No, man, they just got free-for-all a couple of months ago.
Blizzard don't need to do
a while.
anything like that.
Yeah, they don't need
got
to do
their
that. Oh,
True.
Speaking of that, did you guys see the Mercy pink Mercy
The breast
skin?
cancer one?
Yeah, the breast cancer one.
Yeah, it looks decent.
You see the price?
Yeah, $15.
$15 for a skin.
Yeah, man. For
Hey,
breast
man, but it's
cancer
for
awareness
charity,
month.
though.
Yeah.
If I want to donate that much money to the breast cancer, I'll just donate the money. Not pay for a skin under the guise that you're giving the money to charity. That's why you're paying so much for
It's
it.
just an extra little bit of motivation. I don't have a problem with it.
The funny thing about the PS4 version of the game is Sony actually takes a cut of that off of PSN.
Oh,
See? There you go.
that I didn't know.
There you go.
I know on
that's
PC,
the
I think
hustle.
it all goes to
Yeah.
charity.
Yeah, I mean that Blizzard, they have their own storefront for that, so they take all the revenue for that. That's part of the reason why you're seeing Destiny 2 and Black Ops 4 on Blizzard and Battle.net is because, Activision, they merged with Blizzard and they don't want to pay 30% to Steam, so they're just going to put it through their own storefront.
They make all the overhead and not have to worry about the middleman.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think that's just about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Yeah, friends, I mean, it's been good. I learned a lot.
So, Shadow Tiger, we enlightened this man. That's not his actual username. We're just messing with him. I'm sure when he comes back next month, he won't be using that name. What will you be next month?
Next month? To be decided.
TBD.
Don't want to give away all the secrets.
That's right. We said that. That being said, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, next time we can get an episode to you. Not next week, because we're going to be at MomoCon. Can't promise you the one after that, because we got to set up for Anime Next, which we will also be at, which is going to be where, Engineer?
Atlantic City, New Jersey.
That's right. From?
June 7th until the 10th.
There you go. See, we got
Well, technically 8 till the 10th. We'll be there the day before.
Yeah, we're setting up on the 7th. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But that being said, thank you for watching. Remember to like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell if you have to. Because for whatever reason, if you subscribe to someone on YouTube in 2018, you don't get notified unless you click that stupid, obnoxious fucking bell.
And it doesn't really, put it in your list of recommended videos and whatnot, unless you're watching videos from that channel all the time.
Yeah, so...
Thanks, algorithms.
Thanks, YouTube. Thank you, Google.